Okay, beta. Start with this first paragraph. You are going to read this, and then I'm going to explain, ahead. Yes, this was the thing which we also discussed yesterday. Just read this.
Not a whit. What would it pleasure me to have my throat cut with diamonds, or to be smothered with cassia, or to be shot to death with pearls? I know death, 10,000 several doors for men to take their exits, and 'tis found. They go on such strange geometrical hinges, you may open them both ways. Any way, for heaven's sake, so I were out of your whispering, tell my brothers. That I perceive death, now I am well awake. Best gifts as they can give or I can take, I would fain put off my last woman's fault. I'd not be tedious to you.
Okay. So, what do you think of this?
She's just talking about ways to die.
Yes. She's saying that there are 10,000 several doors for death. There are different ways. There are several ways of dying. Okay. And then here you can see that she's telling us like how a person can die, because she was strangled, she was hanged, and now she is telling us, like cutting throat with diamonds, are smothered with cassia, are dying with are to be shot to death with pearls. So there are several ways. A person can die in any way, but here there. But you may open them both ways. Now, which are those both ways? These both ways she's saying, one way is that a person who dies with natural death. Another way is that you yourself are going to accept that death. Okay, so she's saying, this death was which she herself has chosen for herself. Okay, so now, so executioners, we are ready. Okay, so this was where we left yesterday. She was talking about the death. So now executioners, they are saying that we are ready to strangle her. So Duchess, dispose my breath, how please you, but my body bestow upon my women, will you. So this was her last will, our wish, that she said that it's, whatever the way you want to take my breath, but you have to hand over my body to the women, okay, to my women. So executioners, yes. Duchess, pull, and pull strongly, for your able strength must pull down heaven upon me. Yet stay, heaven gates are not so highly arched as princess' palaces. They that enter there must go upon their knees. Come, while in death, serve the mandragora to make me sleep. Go, tell my brothers when I'm laid out, they then may feed in quiet. So this is how she's saying. She was saying for pull and pull strongly. This she was saying when they were just, they had put that rope with around her neck. So she was talking about that rope. So she was saying the pull and pull strongly, which that was the way of when she was just about to die. So that was when she was talking about it, and then he says that heaven's gates are not so highly arched as princess palaces, that they that enter there must go upon their knees. So then he kneels. Okay, when they were strangling her, so he kneeled. Okay, Now this is how she come violent death. She's calling her death serve for Mandagra. So she was she was saying that this death was just like a kind of when you give a medicine to some disease, because she wanted that. So this was this the way they were giving her that. So that was a kind of Mandagra for her. Okay. So they strangled her. Vasola, where's the waiting woman? Fetch her, some other strangle the children. So when after they had strangled her, when they had strangled the Duchess, now Basola was talking about Basola also wanted to kill the waiting woman as well as her children. So enter Crayola, look you, there sleeps your mistress. Okay, so Crayola, oh, you are damned perpetually for this. My turn is next. Is it not so ordered? So he, understood this thing that now it was her turn. Basola, yes, I am glad you are so well prepared for it. So, Crayola, you are deceived, sir. I'm not prepared for it. I will not die. I will first come to my answer and know how I have offended. So she said that there should be some kind of proof, like the which thing uh, I have done, the which thing wrong I have done, so that you are killing me in this way. So she was defending herself. She wasn't prepared for death, because that death wasn't a kind of legal death. So that is how she was defending herself. So Basola, come, dispatch her. You kept her counsel, now you shall keep ours. This he was talking about the counsel to the Duchess. You kept her secrets. So now, Crayola, I will not die. I must not. I'm contracted to a young gentleman. So here, contracted, she wants to say that she is engaged, right? She's engaged to a young gentleman. So executioners, here's your wedding ring. So executioners, they pointing towards the rope with which they were to strangle her. So they were saying that, like, this is your wedding ring now. So Cariola, let me but speak with the Duke. I'll discover treason to his person. So she is saying, let me talk to the Duke, so that I should ask, like, what is my guilt for which you are killing me, and even I'm also prepared to tell him the secrets, the secrets of the Duchess, whatever you want to know from me, but don't kill me. Okay, so Basola delays, throttle her. So Basola, he just also kills her, he just strangles her. Executioners, he bites. Okay, he was just giving the order. He was just giving the order to the executioner. So executioners, she bites and scratches. So Carayola, if you kill me now, I'm damned. I'm not been at confession this for 2 years. Okay, so because she was engaged and she said that I haven't told about my engagement to anyone, so don't do this. Otherwise, people are going to blame me that I have done something wrong. So Basola, one. Kerala, I'm quick with child. Here, I'm quick with child. She wants to say, like, I'm pregnant. Okay. So Vasola, why then your credits saved? So he's saying that when you are pregnant, so why should we save you? You already have done something, a kind of, he was just blaming that you already have done something wrong. Then why, what is your credit? Why should we save you? What is your credibility, a kind of? Okay, so they strangle her, bear her into the next room, let this lie still. So this, he was talking about the Crayolas uh, dead body, and this, he's talking about the Duchess dead body, like, let this lie still. put it here. That Duchess's body was there. So enter Ferdinand. Ferdinand, is she dead? Basola, she is what you'd have her. But here begin your pity. Now he is saying, yes, she is dead, but now here begins your pity. So shows the children strangled. Now he was showing him the children whom they had strangled. So, alas, you have these, how have these offended? So he was just asking, what those children um, had done with you, or had done of you, so that you also did not uh, bear them. So Ferdinand, the death of young wolves is never to be pitied. So he's just giving such kind of remarks about the children. Basola, fix your eye here. Ferdinand, constantly. Basola, do you not weep? So other sins only speak. Murder shrieks out. The element of water moistens the earth, but blood flies upwards and reduce the heavens. So he's saying, he was just comparing, he was just talking about the sins which a person commits. He was talking about other sins are the sins which whom we call minor sins, like other sins speak, but murder shrieks out. Murder, uh, call it like murder speaks louder. So the element of water moistens the earth, but blood flies upward and bediews heaven. It's like God also uh, uh, ha- God also have pity has pity on those people, on the victims who are killed innocently. Ferdinand, cover her face, mine eyes dazzle, she died young. Basola, I think not so. Her infelicity seemed to have years too many. So he wants to say, uh, I think not so, because Ferdinand was saying that she has died young, but he's saying no, it's good that she has died because she was unhappy with her life, or she was suffering for many years. So Ferdinand, she and I were twins, and should I die this instant, I have lived her time to a minute. So here he just reveals this thing that we both were twins and we have lived together. Busola, it seems she was born first. You have bloodily approved the ancient truth that kindred commonly do worse agree than remote strangers. So he's just talking about an old proverb, like it has proven that those who are nearer to you, your close relatives, they are worse than those who are strangers. He was just pointing towards what Ferdinand had done with his sister. Ferdinand, let me see your face again. Why dost not thou pity her? What an excellent honest man mightest thou have been, if thou hadst borne her to some sanctuary, or bold in a good cause opposed thyself, with thy advanced sword above thy head, between her innocence and my revenge, I bade thee, when I was distracted of my wits, go kill my dearest friend, and thou hadst done. For let me but examine well the cause. What was the meanest of our match to me? Only I must confess I had a hope, had she continued widow, to have gained an infinite mass of treasure by her death, and that was the main cause, her marriage, that drew a stream of gall quite through my heart. For thee, as we observe in tragedies, that a good actor many times is cursed for playing a villain's part. I hate thee for it. For my sake, say, thou hast done much ill. Well, so here now he just started blaming um, Vasola for everything, for the murder of his sister. Now he just wants to say here, like, let me see her face again. Why didst not thou pity her? What an excellent, honest man mightest thou have been, if thou hadst borne her to some sanctuary, a bold in a good cause, oppose thyself. So he's saying that why didn't you pity on her? Or why didn't you oppose me when I gave you the order of killing her? So why didn't you oppose me? Why didn't you follow me? Okay, so why thy advanced sword above the head between her innocence and my revenge? Okay, so you know, again the same thing, like why did you you shouldn't have followed my orders. Whatever I said, you should have seen her innocence, and because yes, I wanted to take revenge from her, but you could avoid that thing by not following my orders. I bade thee, when I was distracted of my wits, um, go kill my dearest friend, and thou hast done it. So he's saying that when I was in my own wits, in my own senses, and I ordered you to kill her. My dearest friend, to kill her. He's talking about his sister. So and thou hadst done it, and you did it. For let me but examine well the cause, what was the meanness of her. Here he's saying that what was the purpose I didn't want her to marry, because I wanted her wealth. Now we don't know whether this is the real reason or there is any other reason, because he also has some kind of incestuous relation with his sister. But now he's given the reason that I wanted her wealth. Okay. And now you have, and here in the last lines he is just saying that you have played the part of a villain, by killing her. You have by following my orders, and for my sake say, thou hast done much ill. Okay, Pasola, let me quicken your memory, for I perceive you are falling into ingratitude. I challenge the reward due to my service. Now he's saying that I just want to remind you, the money which you have to pay me, because this thing, he's saying, let me quicken your memory. I just want to remind you, like, this was your order, and I've just followed your order. Now give me my the money which you said me. Ferdinand, I'll tell thee what I'll give thee. So Basola, do. Ferdinand, I'll give thee a pardon for this murder. So now he's not willing to give him any money. Okay, Basola, ha. Ferdinand, yes, 'tis the largest bounty I can study to do thee. But what authority didst thou execute that this bloody sentence? So now he is just continuously blaming him, and he just wants to shift all the blunders, all the things which Ferdinand himself has done wrong. So but he is shifting all the blames to Basola. So he's saying that what authority did you have to do that, whatever you have done? So Basola, by yours. So Basola is saying it was your, it was on your orders. So pardon in mine. Was I her judge? Did any ceremonial form of law doom her to not being? Did a complete jury deliver her conviction up in the court? Where shall thou find this judgment registered, unless in hell? See, like a bloody fool, that has forfeited thy life, and thou shalt die for it. Now he's saying that, you know, on on what grounds you are saying this thing, that these were my orders? You know, which kind of ceremony was held there, which kind of, you know, court was held there, so that, so it was decided by the court, by the judge, like she was convicted of something, and you know, that you know, she was to be killed, or she was to be hanged. So now he's just saying that there wasn't anything, there wasn't any kind of authority, there wasn't any kind of court order for this thing. So now he's just saying that this is something which you have done, and you can, you know, and you can also lose your life for the action which you have done. Okay, so Basola, the office of justice is perverted quite when one thief hangs another. Who shall dare to reveal this? Now he's saying, um, because when Fadin started, you know, threatening Basola, like you can also lose your life for this action. Now Basola is saying that who will tell, who will reveal this thing, that this is me who has done this thing, because you know they both were um, uh, they both Ferdinand and Basola, they both were, you know, equal, they have participated in her murder. They both have equally participated, but so that is why Basola was confident that who is, you know, going to reveal this thing, that this is me who has done this all. So Ferdinand, oh, I'll tell thee, the wolf shall find her grave and scrape it up, not to devour not to devour the corpse, but to discover the horrid murder. So this is, he is just saying, you know, he's just pointing towards any kind of witness, any, you know, anyone, you know, who can be a witness for this. And another thing, like wolf, here the word is being used, so this is also a kind of, you know, he's indicating towards the feelings which, you know, which Ferdinand had, um, uh, and you know, Ferdinand was feeling at the time. Like, you know, we had studied this thing in our summary, like, you know, he became the patient of like lycanthropy. Maybe he has started indicating about it, you know, he was losing his senses. So he's saying that, you know, any kind of wolf can go to her body, and it can discover about this horrid murder. So Basola, you, not I, shall quake for it. So Basola is saying, you know, for this thing, you know, Basola is just saying, you know, it is you, like you, who should worry about it, not I. Ferdinand, leave me. Basola, I will first receive my pension. Ferdinand, you are a villain. Basola, when your ingratitude is judged, and so Basola is saying, when you yourself are the judge, then you know you are right, like I am a villain. So Ferdinand, oh horror, that not the fear of him which binds the devils can prescribe man obedience. Never look upon me more. So now he just wanted to get rid of Basola, and he's saying that not a fear of him. Now this word is indicating God, you know, that not the fear of him which binds the devils can prescribe men obedience. Never look upon me. Now he's saying, you know, don't look upon me for any kind of, you know, relief or money I'm going to give you. So, Ursula, why? Fare thee well. Your brother and yourself are worthy men. Your pair of hearts are hollow graves, rotten and rotting others. And your vengeance, like two chained bullets, still goes arm in arm. So he is just saying that you and your brother, you both are, you know, you both are worthy men have well. Okay, so you both are, have the same nature. He's just saying, you both are same in a way, like you both are cruel. Okay, and your pair of hearts, their hearts are hollow graves, rotten. So you are just full of vengeance, and your hearts are just like rotten, and they are also rotting others. Okay, and like both chain bullets, you both together uh, still goes arm in arm. You both are, in your whatever the conspiracies they had, whatever the things they planned, they both were equal, partners in crime, in everything. So you may be brothers, for treason like the plague doth take much in blood. Okay, so I stand like one that long hath taken a sweet golden dream. I'm angry with myself now that I awake. Now he is saying that now, I'm awake. Now I have got the I've come to know, like he's saying that I was in dream. Because whatever the way he was following the orders blindly, because he just wanted to get a lot of money. And but now he's saying that now I have come to know the reality. So Ferdinand, get thee into some unknown part of the world that I may never see thee. So Vasola, let me know wherefore I should be thus neglected. Sir, I served your tyranny, and rather strove to satisfy yourself than all the world. And though I loathed the evil, yet I loved you that did counsel it, and rather sought to appear a true servant than an honest man. So he's saying that why are you neglecting me, and why, why you are behaving me with like this? Because I have served you. I have followed all your orders, whatever the things you said me to do. Even when I didn't like the things to do, but I followed your orders, and I appeared a true servant than an honest man. So uh, I just gave up my honesty in your obedience. So Ferdinand, I'll go hunt the badger by by our light, this deed of darkness. So he's saying, might be he's talking about about Antonio, like I'll go hunt the badger by our light, this deed of darkness. So maybe now he's just saying about the about, okay, I'll go hunt the badger by all night. Okay, might be he's talking about, about going behind the behind Antonio, right? So exit Visola. He's much distracted of my painted honor. Okay. While with vain hopes our faculties retire, we seem to sweat in ice and freeze in fire. What would I do? What is to do again? Now he is just repenting whatever he has done, and he's saying that what will I do if I get the opportunity again? If I, if I have to repeat these all things, if I had to repeat these all things, so what will I do? I would not change my peace of conscience for all the wealth of Europe. So now he's saying, from these lines we can know, like he has truly, maybe he has learned something. He's saying that when I get a chance to repeat these all things, so I'm not going to do these all things again, even for the wealth of Europe. He starts his life, so he just looks at the Duchess, and he finds that he was still alive. So, return, fair soul, from darkness, and lead mine out of this sensible hell. He is warm, and she breathes. Upon thy pale lips I'll melt my heart to store them with fresh color. Who's there? Okay, now he was just talking to the Duchess, and he just wanted to he just wanted to uh, he was just repenting, and he was just saying that she should not die. Like, he's saying like, return, fair soul, from darkness, and lead mine out of this sensible hell. Now he was talking about his own condition, the way he was feeling. So, okay, who's there? Some cordial ring. Okay, now, alas, I dare not call. So he just wanted to call someone, but then he thought that Ferdinand could also come there. So, he could again kill her. So that's why he you know uh, thinks not to call to anyone. So pity would destroy pity. That is what he wants to say. That if Ferdinand comes, so he is going to, um, harm her. So her eyes opes, and heaven in it seems to ope. That let was shut to take me up to mercy. So he just was, uh, you know, he just wanted to talk to her, and to he just wanted to give her some kind of relief at the time when she was about to die. So Duchess Antonio. Okay, she just calls Antonio. Vasola. Yes, madam, he's living. The dead bodies you saw were but faint statues. He's reconciled to your brothers. The Pope hath wrought the atonement. So now he's just saying that Antonio hasn't died, and he is alive, and he's going to reconcile. He's going to talk to your brothers. So he just, you know, told the Duchess that he was, alive. And here he's saying, like, with the help, with the you can call it, with the meditation of Pope. They have reconciled. They are thinking to reconcile. Duchess Mercy, she dies after just saying this word. She dies. Vasola, oh, she's gone again. They're the cords of life broke, or sacred innocence that sweetly sleeps on turtles' feathers, whilst a guilty conscience is a bleak register, wherein is writ all our good deeds and bad, a perspective that shows us hell, that we cannot be suffered to do good when we have mind to it. This is manly sorrow. These tears, I'm very certain, never grew in my mother's milk. My state is sunk below the degree of fear. Where were these penitent fountains while she was living? Oh, they were frozen up. Here is a sight, a direful to my soul. As is the sword unto a wretch. Okay, so unto a wretch hath slain his father. Come, I'll bear thee hence, and execute thy last will, that deliver thy body to the reverend dispose of some good women, that the cruel tyrant shall not deny me. Then I'll post to Milan, where somewhat I'll speedily enact what my dejection. Okay, now, after, when she dies, so now these are the lines. Like Basola is saying, she's gone again, because she had died. So that's why he's saying, like, she's gone again, that the codes of life broke, of sacred innocence. Now he was just calling her innocent. The sweetly sleeps on turtles feathers, whilst the guilty of, he's saying, like, the innocent person who has died, who has swiftly accepted the death. Whilst a guilty conscience is a blank register, now he was just talking about himself, wherein is writ all our good deeds and bad. A perspective that shows us hell. He's saying, he was talking about himself, like he was just like, whilst a guilty conscience is a black register. He was talking about the overall, a kind of rule, a kind of law set by God, like everybody's good deeds and bad deeds, where these all things are counted. So he was talking about these all things, and the things which lead us to even to hell for our bad deeds, so that we cannot be suffered to do good when we have mind to it. So he's saying, like, when we do good, we do not suffer. This is mainly sorrow. The sorrow he was talking about, when he was now he was in real sorrow, because when he saw, because the first thing was that he wasn't able to get his money. That was the main thing, because he did everything for money, but he wasn't able to get that money. So now he was repenting on the thing that he killed an innocent person. So now he was saying that this is mainly sorrow. This is what, uh, when we do something wrong, so we don't realize at that time, but after doing that wrong, then we repent on the things. So these tears, I'm very certain, never grew in my mother's milk. My state is sunk below the degree of fear. Okay. Now, where were these penitent fountains while she was living? So now here he's saying, like, where were these tears when she was living? Oh, they were frozen up. Here's a sight, a direful to my soul. Is the sword unto a wretch had slain his father. The type of cruelty he had done. So he was talking about it. Come, I'll bear thee hence now and execute thy last will. Now he was talking about her last will. Her last will was that, he just had to deliver her body to her women. So he's saying, and execute thy last will, that's deliver thy body to the raven, dispose of some good women, that the cruel tyrant shall not deny me, then I'll okay. So now he's saying, after delivering her body, he'll leave for Milan, and there he'll try to live his life. Okay, now we are moving towards this is Act 5 and Scene 1. Okay. Now this is in Rome. A few months later, enter Antonio and Delio. Okay. Till now, Antonio wasn't aware of the thing. Antonio didn't know that his wife had died.